Welcome to the Good Ride. We're pouring for snowboard gear.
2020. So here we are looking at the Good Ride review of the Yes 2020, and it's a true twin. I rode it both ways a lot, and centered stance, and this is the 54. I rode it with my Adidas Tactical ADVs and trusty old Union Atlases, and compared it against the 420 powder hole, which really isn't a good comparison. But you know, I was just kind of going back and forth to kind of really talk about the two. This is just a true twin powder board, and you know, look at this guy right here. Look at that thing. It's just crazy. Same thing on this side too. And yeah, I set up backwards, but who cares, because you're riding the same direction, and it's a true twin. And it's definitely weird. It's got some camber underfoot going to this powder hole, and it's definitely weird on groomers. I was really hoping for a lot more than what I had. It said it was going to snow a foot. It snowed an inch, and I'm not sure if we're getting any other weather in. If you're seeing this review, it means we never did. And you know, that's the problem with demos. You can only borrow them for a limited time. This was an extended demo, thank you, yes. But you know, and then somebody else has to borrow it and use it too. So can't always get it on a powder day. Can't get it the way I want it all the time. But you know what? It's still fun to kind of get a take on how these boards ride groomers, because with camber and with this setup, it's mostly a powder board, but you know, inevitably you're going to ride some groomers. And this 54 is really wide. It's a really wide twin. I was lucky enough to ride the smaller model, I forget the size right now, in about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet of thick Sierra snow years ago. And it was just, I've never ridden switch that easy in powder before. So I will say that I have ridden it, and it has floated really well. And I've ridden it in groomers before, and I just gotta say, you know, it's fun. It butters kind of weird with that hole. You do kind of feel that hole a little bit more than you would think on groomers. On powder, that's where you feel the hole in a good way. On groomers, it feels kind of weird, but it's something you can get used to. It buttered okay, it popped okay, it turned okay, but there are a lot of other boards I'd rather be on a groomer day. And you know, that's kind of where what I'd say with this board. But check the on the table review so you can kind of see the stance width, the camber profile, kind of how it all plays out. But yeah, the Yes 2020 is a fun board. It's very it's one of the more recommendable twin powder boards, and this powder hole does work in powder. It really does float, and it really does pardon me, make for a an easy ride for those mountain freestyle people who want kind of like a short, fat twin approach to riding powder. It's very skatey. It doesn't feel very surfy like the 420 does. So there you have it.